You know, what does a childhood actor, a famous actor at that, you know, from The First Kid, A Mighty Duck, so much more, the former independent presidential candidate. Anyway, what does Brock Jeffrey Pierce have to do with what's going on the cryptocurrency front? He is a mover and a shaker in that arena right now and paying close attention to what the Florida governor wants to do, proposing that businesses pay state fees in crypto. He was ahead of that curve when we didn't even have a curve. Brock Pierce with us now. Brock, very good to have you. Thanks for coming.
Oh, so glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
What's going on here? This has been a very volatile week for cryptocurrency enthusiasts, not a very, you know, enriching week, couple of weeks. What's going on, first off, in this arena?
Well, I mean, if you've been in this market for a while, and it's good for anyone that hasn't, it's not for the faint of heart.
True.
This is a bit of a roller coaster ride, and if you haven't heard, it's a volatile market, and you have to go in with that understanding. And these are the things that ultimately test our conviction. It separates the strong from the weak. And so, if you're going to be in this market, you have to know how to hodl, as they say. So,
part of that is also giving it some, you know, legitimacy. Not that it's a bad investment. I'm just saying that when state or local governments get serious about it, or countries accept it as a means of paying for things, as is going right now in businesses, or at least in that direction in Florida, that's a good sign to you, right?
I mean, I think we're definitely past that point of, is this real? Absolutely. Speaking of Florida, you know, where the Miami Heat plays, that stadium is now called the FTX Arena, which is the name of one of the cryptocurrency exchanges. Staples Center in Los Angeles is now called Crypto.com. I mean, the evidence is there. All the signs are present. You don't even need to be paying attention to see what's happening. Clearly, what we're seeing in Florida, starting which was Mayor Suarez, the mayor of Miami, having basically said, Florida, Miami is going to be part of the future. We're going to be a 21st century city. More recently, Mayor-elect Eric Adams announcing that he's going to take his next 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. El Salvador is a nation. Dubai. There's no question we are seeing government adoption. And the really smart politicians are recognizing that voters in the future care about the future. And if you want to have a role in the future, you need to be part of the future.
You know, obviously, a lot of governments, our own included, want to crack down on this. I think the SEC chief has referred to it as the Wild West of investments. So he's going to do something. Does that worry you?
It doesn't, and I actually love the term Wild West because it is a correct description, but it's also important to note that the Wild West became California. And so, you know, yes, in the beginning it's a little bit wild, but in the future it's a very big thing, and it matters. And I understand the role of regulators. Remember, technology is changing the world. We're living through this digital transformation. It's affected all of our lives, all of our businesses, and it's affecting all of our institutions. And the rate of change is moving faster than legislators or regulators can keep up with or even understand, which is why I've gotten into politics. We need people in our political system, in our legislature that understand what's happening not only in the present, but in the future and where we're going, so that we make good decisions for our collective future.
Well, you got a lot of people's attention, Brock Pierce, on this, and you were way ahead of this curve before a lot of people were. We'll see how it goes.